Alright, Pistons fans, so in today's video, we are going to be talking about Anthony Tarke, man. So it took me a little while to make this video because I really wanted to sit down and study the film on Anthony Tarke. I really wanted to get in there and truly watch the film. So I finally got done watching the games of his from Coppin State. So let's get into this, man. So Anthony Tarke right now is 23 years old, and I feel like this guy is a steal for the Detroit Pistons, man. I'm going to give you guys the stats, the positives and negatives, and then I'm going to wrap up this video talking about how I think he's going to perform on the Summer League team, and just all in all, tell you guys how I believe that Anthony Tarke is a steal for the Detroit Pistons. So before I get into the stats, actually, let me tell you guys some awards that he actually won. Anthony Tarke, in his conference, playing at Coppin State this year, he was the Defensive Player of the Year in his conference, and he was the Player of the Year in his conference. So think about that. In the NBA, think MVP, think Defensive Player of the Year. Anthony Tarke won Defensive Player of the Year in his conference and the Player of the Year award in his conference. So those two things alone should already tell you that Anthony Tarke is serious. You know, think about someone like Luka Garza. Luka Garza also was the Player of the Year, and we have someone like Anthony Tarke also winning Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year in his conference. While Anthony Tarke was in college, he averaged 16 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, shot 32% from the three-point line. So let's get into the positives to his game. So Anthony Tarke, the first positive thing that I'm going to say about him is that he is absolutely a versatile player. He is someone, I'm going to go on offense and defense. First and foremost on offense, he is someone you can slot at the 2, the 3, or even the 4 man. Anthony Tarke is such a versatile player on offense. He fits the modern game in the position that you would want him to be in. You know, you can put him at the shooting guard position because he's someone who can create for himself and score the ball. So offensively, he is a very versatile player. You can put him anywhere 2 through 4 on offense. So that's a big positive to him. And also on defense, you can also switch him around. If you need him to go out there and guard a point guard, go ahead, put him on him. He will absolutely lock him down. He has great footwork. He really has good technique. He can steal the ball as well. Not just against guards. I'm talking about the power forwards and the small forwards as well. He is someone who will not have any trouble going up against these guys and holding his own on defense in the post. So he won't have any problems with small forwards, and as well going up against power forwards. I know some people would think that he would struggle there, but honestly, Anthony Tarke as a defender in the post, he is no slouch in the post. He can definitely hold himself going up against bigger, taller, stronger power forwards. I think that Anthony Tarke will absolutely be able to handle himself in low post defense against power forwards, or even the perimeter. On the perimeter and in the post inside, he is someone who is very, very solid there. So Anthony Tarke on both ends of the floor, offense and defense, is someone extremely versatile who you could put 2 through 4 on both sides of the ball, which is great, man. The next thing that I'm going to mention is athleticism. Anthony Tarke is someone who is pretty athletic. He's a fast player. He's a strong player. He has hops to himself. He can throw down some good dunks on occasion, which will be entertaining for the Pistons. And his athleticism helps him out in the fast break. You know, if he ends up coming to the Pistons and stays with us long term with someone like Killian Hayes and Cade Cunningham, and the fast break with someone like this guy's athleticism. We also have Hamidou Diallo as well. With all of these guys' athleticism and playmaking ability, it's going to be great if someone like Tarke can pan out and can play with these guys in the future. So athleticism is a really, really big thing for Anthony Tarke. The next thing that I'm going to mention is aggressiveness. Anthony Tarke is a really aggressive player. You know, on Coppin State this year, he was their best player, so he was not afraid to take shots and make shots while he played for them. This Summer League, once he gets his opportunity, you should expect him, as soon as he gets the ball, to try to put it in the hole. If he makes it to the G League squad, Anthony Tarke will try to score the ball. So overall aggressiveness, attacking the hole, taking shots, trying to create shots for himself, shots off the dribble. Overall, Anthony Tarke is a very aggressive player. And then my last positive point that I'm going to make about him is his motor. He is someone who has a really good motor, really good energy. He does not take plays off often. He will give you high energy, high effort on defense, and on offense, he's someone who will be willing to die for loose balls. He's someone who will be willing to run back on defense. He is just someone who has extreme motor to him. So overall, let's sum up the positives to Anthony Tarke. He is a player who is extremely versatile on offense and on defense. He can play 2 through 4. He is pretty athletic as well. He can dunk the ball. He's very fast. He's extremely aggressive. He has a high motor, and he plays great defense. And I mean great defense. I feel like even right now, he may not be ready to play offensively in the NBA, but in terms of defense, I feel like he's defensively ready to go in the NBA right now. So those were the positives to his game. Now let's talk about the negatives for Anthony Tarke. So the first thing for me, this is obviously the biggest one, straight up the competition that he went up against. His in-conference play, I'm not talking about outer conference, his in-conference play was not good, flat out. Playing for the Coppin State Eagles, that's obviously not a score that most people have ever heard of before. So as I begun to watch the film, I was looking at the opponents that he went against, and the opponents the Coppin State Eagles went up against was not good competition. So, you know, the stats that he put up, the play, you know, great defense and great offense, was that because he's truly that good, or was that because of the competition that he went up against? We don't know. So I feel like competition is a big concern for me. The next negative thing that I will mention, it's not necessarily really bad, but it's something that I do feel like he can improve on, and that is his handle. Anthony Tarke, he has an above average handle right now, but I feel like it needs to get better. It's just not quick enough right now in the NBA going up against better defenders. I feel like he will struggle at times to create for himself. Even if he plays in the G League, those defenders down there aren't terrible either. So overall, he has to improve his handle to get better shots for himself. And then my final negative thing about him is shooting. Anthony Tarke as a shooter was inconsistent. As I mentioned earlier, 32% from the three-point line. You know, in this Pistons squad that we have right now, we brought in so many good shooters. We brought in Cade Cunningham, we brought in Luka Garza, and Isaiah Livers in the draft. Those three guys alone all shot over 40% from the three-point line. So someone like Tarke doesn't really fit that right now. He's 32% from the three-point line. He's very inconsistent. Three-point shooting is something that he needs to improve on. So to wrap up the negatives, first and foremost is shooting. He needs to get better with. The competition, we don't know if his stats were accurate, if his play was accurate because of the level of competition that he went up against. And his handle is something that I feel like he needs to work on and get better at, because right now it's okay. It was good enough at the college level, but going to the NBA level, I don't think that his handle, or G League level, I don't think that his handle is good enough right now. So to wrap up this video, man, Anthony Tarke, I feel like this guy is an absolute steal. Getting him undrafted, putting him on the Summer League squad. I hope that in the opportunity that he gets, he balls out for us so that he can get a spot on the G League and just develop in the future. He's currently 23 years old right now, so he's not as young as the other guys, but still, I just want him to ball out this Summer League. I want him to make it to the G League squad. Maybe 1, maybe 2 years from now, we could see him on the main roster playing for the Pistons. Again, he is a very versatile player, an extremely athletic player, someone with high motor, high energy, a great defensive player. Someone like this, man, has pretty high potential, in my opinion, if he can just get better with his shooting and get better with his handle. But again, a big concern for me is the conference play, man. Out of conference play, he did go up against a place like Duke once, and he had a really good game when he played against them. So he did show up against higher level competition. But still, at the same time, his in-conference play going up against those teams, can I really value those games because of the competition level? I really don't know. So I am curious to see how he plays in the Summer League against better competition. So Pistons fans, let me know your thoughts about Anthony Tarke in the comment section below. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Thank y'all for 2K, and I'm out.